And we should talk about discovery religions, and we should talk about atheism. Atheism, Satanism, and perfectionism. What's Satanism? Basically, anyone who believes that an evil entity rules over the earth is practicing Satanism. Usually, though, how is that even tolerable, right? How's that even tolerable? For the person. Because the person also believes that a good entity rules in heaven, the good entity is at war with the evil entity, and the evil entity rules over the earth. So it's a little bit more complicated, but nevertheless, what it boils down to is a low esteem of self and a low esteem of the world. It boils down to a belief in the value of pessimistic myths. Pessimism. Because, why? Because the idea of an evil entity who rules over the earth is very pessimistic. That's why. That should be obvious to any casual observer. And now with atheism, talk about atheism. Atheism promotes a belief in a pessimistic myth. The pessimistic myth is a godless totality exists. All right? There's no God. It's just a seed in the body. Self has one life to live. Self has one body to give. Self is only a seed in a body. That's basically the atheistic credo right there. And guess what? Practitioners of discovery religions agree with atheists on this. Only they add something else to it. They add that life is a test of obedience and loyalty to the good entity, right? And a system of divine eternal reward and abominable infernal punishment exists. And the system compels the faithful observe and obey the will of the good entity. So they add that on a little bit, so that makes it a little bit more optimistic than atheism. That's why I always say if there's competition between practitioners of discovery religions and atheists for the hearts and minds of people, it's going to be practitioners of discovery religions who are going to win out because they're a little bit more optimistic about self and world than atheists are. And in fact, if we look at our culture right now, that's what I see going on within the conversation that I am exposed to on various video sharing websites. I see a lot of people who are debating between belief in the value of a discovery religion and atheism. And we're talking about, now this is probably biased by the fact that people need to get views, right? In order to monetize their videos on video sharing websites. So they're going to talk about the most prominent and successful discovery religions and contrast that with atheism. They're not going to talk about obscure things like what I'm talking about. And it is obscure. Why? That's a mystery to me. I've never understood why there isn't a whole bunch of people just going on and on about a belief in the value of the most optimistic myths. I've never understood that. What I see is a lot of people attempting to be authorities on a subject, right? Who know something more than I do on about certain subjects. And there are many such authorities. And as I said before, for each of these authorities, add up everything that they know, and it still adds up to next to nothing about almost everything. And so they're making choices. We're all making choices. We're all choosing our values. We are evaluating ideas, and we are choosing certain ideas, and these certain ideas are our values. We're all doing that.